So here we have Volvo XC60 T8 R Design Pro, and what a stunning car this one really is. We've got the bursting blue premium metallic paint wrapped around the R Design trim, which gives us all of the nice gloss black accents that you can see at the front here, and then finished off with the 22-inch 10 open spoke alloys. Round the car, again we've got the gloss black door trim surrounds and wing mirrors, and you can see that bursting blue paint really sort of popping with the sunlight hitting it. And as we come round to the back, there we go, we've got our T8 R Design badge on the back there, our nice rear diffuser and twin exhaust pipes, and then moving around our full LED rear lights. You can see even in the shaded part that colour really does stand out. Being the T8, this is our plug-in hybrid series. Our plug point to charge the vehicle is on the passenger side with a little traffic light system to let us know when the charging is finished or occurring, and that will give us a range anywhere from 25 to 28 is the WLTP for that car. And then finishing around to the front are iconic Thor hammer full LED headlamps, the Volvo Iron Mark badge, and for those of us that can spot it, hiding away is one of the 4 cameras around the car, which gives us our 360-degree view. So moving into the car, first and foremost on the door card we have our memory function for the seats and exterior mirrors, and you can just see on the usual buttons that most cars on the planet have got, we have the addition of our power child locks mixed in with the power window locks there. So the rear doors have got power child locks, that's part of the family pack. As we move in, full electric adjustment for the driver's seat. It's part electric, part manual for the passenger, and we've got inclination, the ability to move the seat forwards, backwards, up and down, and this little dial here allows us to change cushion extensions and lumbar support. Now, unlike most of our vehicles, we also have an extra button hiding down on the right hand side here for your fuel tank. So the fuel cap itself does not open unless that's pushed. That is a feature of the hybrid car. So moving in, we've then got our usual cockpit layout for the XC60 with the R Design metal mesh inlay. And rather nicely, our leather stitched tailored dash panel and door tops. And something we don't see very often anymore is the R Design monikered Napa leather seats with the graphite textile side panels on them. Moving towards the back of the car, we've got the same layout for the seats. We've got the same graphite textile and lovely Napa leather seats, and then as part of the family pack, both outer rear seats have got this integrated 2-stage booster seat. So for those that don't need a full-size car seat anymore, you don't need to have any booster seats laying around in the vehicle. And then finally, moving around to the back, this particular car has got the convenience pack. So it has our keyless entry and exit. So if you've seen any of our other videos, you'll know how this works. But for those who haven't, from the sort of the K on the reg plate there across to that left-hand side exhaust tip, what we're going to do is a tiny little right to left, little sweep under the back, and then we've got our boot area. Now, being the T8, boot sits a little bit higher, and because of the relocation of the battery, we've got a small section here to keep your charge cable, for example, or maybe other bits and bobs you want to hide away. Charge cable itself is hiding in that little bag there. So moving into the car, we have our usual accompaniment of the crystal driver's display in front of us, the active TFT display, and our 9-inch portrait touchscreen, which helps run the vehicle for us through the centre, along with a few industry standard buttons and aspects for the car running through the tunnel. All cars are standard with these 2 screens, which gives us the ability to have sat-nav in front of us whilst we're driving, or naturally on the center screen. And being the T8, we get some more information on this screen than we normally would. So on the right hand side dial, we have the addition of the battery charge level, which runs up this right hand side of the screen here. We also have different drive modes. So we have hybrid mode, which is the standard for the vehicle. And we also have a pure mode, which is for our pure electric, which is selected by the drive mode button in the middle. And we can either scroll up and down on here, or we can tap on the screen and we're into pure mode. This will adjust various aspects like the other drive modes will, which will be throttle response, engine reaction time. It will change the feel for the steering and the brakes, and also will increase the range on the battery because we're in a more eco-friendly mode. The car, being an R-Design Pro, also has electronic air suspension. So what the car will do in pure and dynamic mode is it will drop down for more aerodynamic ability. For those of us that are familiar with Volvo and kind of clever, keen eye, will notice in that bottom left corner, this vehicle has got adaptive cruise control. So that's part of your IntelliSafe Pro package. And we can then flip between a speed limiter, adaptive cruise control, or pilot assist. And then moving to the touchscreen, we can then go across to our functions. So because it's a hybrid, we have our hold and charge functions, which do what they say on the tin for our battery system. We've got the ability to load up our 360 camera, or alternatively, we can actually pick and choose any cameras we like. So we could use the front camera as a blind view camera, so on and so forth. And our park pilot system, so the park in and park out is hidden on here as well. And from there, we've got endless amounts of safety systems, as you would expect from Volvo. Things like our blind spot system, which goes hand in hand with the Xenium pack and the IntelliSafe Pro. Our road sign information, which is a standard feature. Curve speed assist, which again is part of the IntelliSafe Pro pack. And then being the R-Design Pro, we have our active bending lights as well, which do come with the adaptive shadow function technology, meaning if you keep the active high beam on for the life of the car, if something comes towards you, it doesn't just drop the light completely, you will watch the LED wrap around the oncoming traffic. And last but not least, this car also has our added smartphone integration. So we've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto hiding on the applications page. So there we have it, the XC60 T8 R-Design Pro in bursting blue premium metallic with the optional 22-inch alloys. This is arguably one of the most stunning cars we've ever sold here, packed with spec and super low mileage. Give us a call now to inquire and we can answer any questions you may have.